Jagex just released their first ever quality of life poll for 2023, and I'm so excited to get into it. I swear to God, I have not even peeked at it yet. So all of this stuff will be fresh, which means inevitably I will mess up, I'll jumble up some words, I'll think it's something that it's not. So down in the comments, guys, just let me know if I make any mistakes and I'll correct it. Okay, well, I won't correct it, but at least you'll inform me that it was wrong. Okay, so this happens every fucking ramble, and there's always a few creatures down in the comments that just get really angry with me. This is the first time I'm looking at it, so just, yeah, keep that in mind. Anyway, also like the video. I know I've been really stingy with the rambles, so just, you know, I apologize, guys, but drop a like anyway, and be sure to subscribe. 13,000 subscribers. You know what? The goal for 2022, actually, I think it was 20K. So we actually didn't make the goal, but I also made a lower goal that was 10K. So we've surpassed the lower goal, which is pretty cool, guys. So who knows? Maybe this year we'll hit 20K, maybe 25K subs. We'll see. Anyway, oh, also, I needed to just acknowledge the plants. Yeah, I had like a plant right there and a plant right there. They are out sitting in the sun right now because, oh my God, they were dying. They were shriveling in here. There is sunlight that peers in here in the morning, but because it's been winter time, it's just been so dark. And by the time the sun's actually up, it's like not in the window. Anyway, so you guys don't care about photosynthesis. Anyway, so my plants were shriveling. They're outside, making a full recovery. Hopefully, I don't know. They're indoor plants, so they might die. But anyway, I'm moving in like a week and like a half. So anyway, I don't know if I'll even bring the plants with me. I'll probably, I don't know what I'm doing. But it just looks crappy, doesn't it? It just looks crappy over there now. Anyway, let's get into this before I just keep rambling on about random stuff. It's the camera. Oh God, what happened? Okay, there it is. Okay, so I'll be fletching some magic longbows in the background, so just don't even worry about that. Let's cover poll. Oh my God, listen to this. Poll 78. It was like 3 years ago. It feels like when we were like anticipating poll 76. Like, damn, how did they pull out like 75 polls in the span of like, I don't know, 7 years, and now it's been like another 3 years, and there's been like 3. I don't know. Okay. Near miss and skilling improvement. You gotta love it, you know? If something misses, just go again. No, but this actually makes sense this time because Jagex has changed the pull threshold. For those that don't know, for those that are, you know, haven't played in a while, they have actually lowered the threshold for passing polls, which used to be 75%. Now it's 70%. So it actually kind of makes sense that they would go back and do these near miss polls. It like literally makes sense. So let's talk about it. Okay, again, I have not looked at this. So we're kicking off 2023 with the first of the year's quality of life polls. Ooh, baby. Oh, baby. I see the Power Ranger sets already. This is actually what I saw this poll because I went on Twitter and I think it was Flomple that showed like the Power Ranger set. So I know that's coming. It's the only sneak peek I have. Okay. 2023 is here and we're starting as we mean to go. Wait. And we're starting as we mean to go on with the first of many quality of life polls. Huh? I don't even know what I just read. Okay. To refresh your memory, we implemented our new and improved polling system last year and are planning to host these kind of polls every 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, that's cool. But we have to take it with a grain of salt. They plan to do it. They've also planned a lot of other things, which I'll keep unnamed. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to flame Jagex. Okay, in fact, I'm going to do the opposite of flame Jagex. I'm going to congratulate them for a very awesome year. Okay, I already did that in the previous rambles, but Jagex is doing a phenomenal job. So when I give them, you know, this kind of grief and stuff, it's really just, it's coming out of love. It's just something to say in my rambles, which I really should just replace it with something else that's less toxic. But for the most part, I think it's all fun and games. Hopefully you guys take it that way. Okay, each one will contain around 15 to 25 changes, both polled and unpolled. Oh God, unpolled Power Ranger suits. Now, let's see. There's also a survey at the end of this blog where you can let us know which changes you want us to prioritize. This time, the focus is skilling, with changes to herblore, hunter, mining, runecraft, and much more. I'm very excited. I've been wanting some changes. I haven't looked at this, so I'm hoping that there's something for mining that we haven't touched yet, or that they haven't touched yet. Okay. We've also got, I'm so excited. I love you. I hope you guys don't mind me doing this, and I hope you guys don't mind the constant fucking interruptions. I'm sorry. But I just love this. I love quality of life stuff. It makes the game awesome. We've also got a project from our most recent game jam, and as a special treat, some much requested near misses from past polls. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, and I've covered one paragraph. Poll 78 questions. Crystal armor recolors. Ooh. What? Is that, who's the guy? Thanos. I was about to say Thor. Is that Thor's sleep? No, it's Thanos. The jewels and stuff. Okay. We'll start with something that comes up in our Q&As at least once a week. It's true. I mean, let's be honest. This should have been in the game in the first place. Crystal armor recolors. For the uninitiated, both the Blade of Saeldor and the Bow of Ferdinand can be recolored using crystals from lians. Yeah, there we go. Lion. What's wrong with me? Wares and Prifinus to match the emblems of the different elvish clans. It only makes sense that you should be able to recolor crystal armor in the same way. Here's how they would look. See, this is what I saw. Wow. I'm trying to think. Okay, so this one just looks like black graceful. And this one looks like green. They all look like graceful, to be honest, but they're really cool. I don't know. I was gonna say, like, I wish this one was more yellow, but I'm like, maybe not. Maybe that would actually be like really clashy with a lot of things. Anyway, I think this is just awesome. Let's continue. Should this question pass, you'll finally be able to get your elvish fashionscape on wait, did I? Yeah, I didn't miss anything. As the kids say. No, it says Jagex says. By matching your crystal armor to your favorite clan colors. This would cost 1 coloring crystal per piece of our. Ooh, so we get the rainbow fits. You're going to see a lot of rainbow fits around, guys. The armors will remain to not be corruptible, but will still degrade. Oh. I guess I'm a little disappointed in that. Okay, so I'll just share my own opinion on this, and I've shared this before, but like, I don't know. Armor should just be armor. In my humblest of opinions, I think if there was like a one-time fee to pay for the armor to be able to recolor it, like corrupting it, I think that would be the way to go. I know I've been a huge advocate for charged weapons. I still am, but charged armor and degradable armor, I think is there's too much to deal with at that point. Weapons make sense. There's usually just one you're carrying, not like 3-piece, 4-set piece, stuff like that. So whatever. The game doesn't revolve around me, unfortunately. No, I'm kidding. And so that's fine. I guess they're just keeping it. But somehow their engine now functions correctly, and they can do this. Okay. And before you ask, yes, we are open to pulling the same change for crystal tools at a later date. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Right? Kind of. Okay, let's see. Thieving coin pouches. Oh, God, I see this on Reddit once a month. Probably more, but yeah, anyway. We know that 28 isn't a huge number of pouches, and considering some of the things you shove in your inventory, it's reasonable to expect that you could carry a lot more of them. We also understand that a lot of you don't want to see pouches in the game at all, but as we've stated before, there's a huge benefit to our anti-cheating team, so we want to keep them for now. So our proposed solution is to offer you the ability to carry more pouches. This is delicious, by the way. God damn, this body armor light. I'm not promoting it, or I'm not sponsored by it, but I could be sponsored by it in the future. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. This is just taking forever. Our proposed solution is to offer you the ability to carry more pouches. This will take the form of a buff you can obtain through the Ardoin Achievement Diaries. As the infamous thieving capital of Gielinor, it only makes sense. It's true. It only does make sense. The capacity upgrade will persist across the whole of Gielinor, whether you're pinching pockets in Ardoin Market or blackjacking in the Caridian Desert. Here are the new pouch capacity upgrades. That's it, 1-4. Okay, I mean, that's a lot better than 28. I shouldn't be complaining. No diaries, 28. Easy, 28. Don't do your easy diaries, boys. God, this just looks... Okay, wait, I guess it's... Never mind. 28, 56, 84, 140. You know what? This is how it's going to be. There's no point of even like saying an alternative, but I really think it should just double each time. 28, 56. I already lost the math. 112, 256, 5. Wait, 2, whatever the doubles are. Okay, I want the elites to be like 500. Even though, okay, to be honest, I just don't want coin pouches at all. But I understand, Jackie. This is fine. It's cool. It's an upgrade, so I shouldn't be complaining. And I shouldn't just be offering just my 2 cents on every goddamn thing, so I'll stop with that. If this question passes, 2 Pints will give you some extra information about the new changes when you receive your Achievement Diary rewards. You will still receive additional coins when you have the Rogue outfit equipped. Very cool. Fermenting Wine of Zamorak. Ooh, I am excited for this. Time to get a little chaotic with an exciting Wine of Zamorak change. Currently, when brewing up this beastly bev, your chance to ferment successfully goes from 49.8% at 65 cooking all the way up to 69%. Nice. At 99 cooking. Nice. But not nice and god damn it. They took it from me. We'd like to increase the success rate linearly from 50% at 65 to 100% at level 98, making you a fluent fermenter worthy of a skill cape. Wow, that's a first, where the success rate actually caps at 100 before 99. Like, damn, that's strange. Okay, but that's not all. We also want to consider other ways to make this a more viable skilling method. The harvest rates of farming grapes, the cost time spent obtaining Beloga's blessings from the Tithe Farm, and the cost time spent obtaining grape seeds from the Tithe Farm. I think that's awesome. I think, at least for Iron Man, I know mains don't give a crap. They'll just go to the Grand Exchange, item spawner, just put in some money and just receive whatever they want. But for Iron Man, you know, we have to go out our way and do some unconventional methods to get our wines occasionally. And yeah, I think it would be cool to just touch that, because that was such an interesting idea when they first came out with Zaya to make your own wines of Zami, but like it was so bad. And I don't even know how bad it was, because I just heard it was bad, and so I just never even tried it. But for the people that did try it, all I heard was just negative reviews. So currently growing grapes using Beloga's blessings isn't worth it if you're hoping to turn them into wines, because the crop yield is relatively low and there's a high rate of failure. There we go. It's much more effective to telegrab them from the Asgarnian Chaos Temple. Changing the success rate helps, but we're open to making further changes. Okay. Yeah, I think they should make further changes. It would be cool. You know what would also be cool? I gotta get familiar with this place first. So when this update passes, I'll get a little bit familiar with it, and I'll offer some more suggestions. One of those things was just letting berry bushes just grow grapes of Zamorak or whatever, you know, you need Zamorak's grapes, and then just picking them. You know, how cool would that be, instead of picking your like white berries for the bajillionth time? That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, I know that might devalue wines, but like they are already super cheap, I'm pretty sure. Magic secateurs and more benefits. We're going from fermenting to farming now, and with some of the changes to the magic secateurs, I'm losing it. These are one of the handiest and dandiest farming tools available, as they increase the crop yield from herb allotments, Celasters trees, grapevines, and even the herbivore core. Blimey. Unfortunately, if you're not actively holding on to them, they go from the secateurs to sucky tears. All right, that was a good one, Jagex. That I think that was your best one yet. But what if things were different? What if they could work their fairy magic from your inventory? Unsurprisingly, that's the subject of our first poll question. Okay, so it's just you don't have to equip them. Is that the thing? Let's see. Should it pass, absolutely nothing will change about the magic secateurs, except they'll now work whether you're holding them or not. Simple. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I know it doesn't make much sense if you're not holding them and you're not actually like taking the herbs from the secateurs themselves. But at the same time, I see a lot of efficient Iron Men using their staves, you know, casting, resurrect, and switching spells and going to different places. Anyway, I don't do that. But for a lot of people, that would be really nice. I just permanently hold my secateur, so it wouldn't affect me, but I can definitely see this being a big change. And in fact, it actually might encourage me to start using like different spell books and actually resurrecting my crops for once. That was something I just never like got into. There's just certain things, certain amazing updates that come out that I just don't touch. And then the boomer inside of me just doesn't want to change. It just like resists. It's a few things. There's a lot of stuff I usually am willing to change, but this is just never one of them. Like being able to teleport with lunars and stuff. Okay. Runecraft and Rune Pouch. Oh god. Don't you hate it when you're rune crafting? Yes. Yes. Oh wait. With your trusty rune pouch at your side, but every time you craft new runes, you have to manually put them in there. Well, with the recent addition of the range and magic tutors automatic pickup options being added to the settings menu, we thought we'd make some further improvements. Runes you get from barrows, the floor, most places and most other places already hop into your pouch automatically. So we reckon it would be the same for runes you craft yourself. Finally, it's like their engine's just magically getting better, or there's just engine work being done, which that's probably it. If you have the toggle on, this change means that the conventional runes, combination runes, and runes created at the Arania and Arceus altars will automatically be placed in your rune pouch, provided it isn't already full of other runes, of course. This will work for both the standard and divine versions of the rune pouch, as well as any trover variants. I'm really excited about this. Here's one thing. You guys can let me know about this. So right now, you can actually craft a big time amount of death runes and like astral runes and stuff. Like, in fact, you can craft more than 16,000 in an hour. So that means even if your rune pouch was like completely empty, within an hour, your runes are being spread out. I know this isn't a big deal if it's fine. This is already a nice upgrade, but this is just coming out of my mind right now, so just take it with a grain of salt. But is it possible that we can just store unlimited runes of one type, in our rune pouch? Is that like a problem? Is that busted somewhere? Is that, I know that obviously is an upgrade, but like, is that actually broken anywhere? I feel like that should just be a thing where you can just store 1,000,000 blood runes in your rune pouch. You don't have to be capped at 16k. You know what I mean? Anyway, food for thought. Or spit it out. Spit out the food for thought if you don't like it. Okay. Ooh, I'm excited for this one. So I think this is a great update. I think that's fine. It's cool. Mining improvements. Off to the mines we go with a selection of mining improvements. Motherlode Mine is unsurprisingly one of the most, it's surprising actually to me, one of the most popular mining areas, helped by the useful rewards on offer at Prospector Percy's Nugget Shop. That said, it can be a bit annoying when you're trying to find a good spot upstairs and end up swapping worlds. We want to make the Motherlode Mine experience a bit better. Thank God it only took 8 years or whatever. Actually, they've made some improvements, but every improvement seems to have like its own downsides, which just ends up like balancing out again. I mean, let's be honest. I think the last time I even went to Motherlode Mine was like 5 years ago. And holy crap, even when you get the updated staircase, you just got these idiots that are looking at their screen once a minute, just ruining your walls. Okay. First, we want to reduce the respawn time, so you'll only need to sit on a couple of veins to top up your inventory. That's great. This will result in more downstairs spaces overall. We also want to make a few more add more veins. I'm just making up words. Add more veins so you have more options to choose from. Lastly, we are considering either moving or including some of the newer vein types, or if the second question passes, including some of the newer vein types closer to the bucket, which means a better experience for those who haven't unlocked the Falador Achievement Diary shortcut or the upstairs area of the mine. To clarify, though, the unlockable areas will remain the best option. Okay, I think that's fine. I mean, let's be honest, this place sucks, but a lot of people like it because they just refuse to go out and explore a different option. So I think it's awesome to just make this place less horrible. All right. While we're on the topic of mining, we'd like to rename all mining rocks to feature a name of the ore found there, even when they've been depleted. If this question is to pass, we would look to remove the prospect options from the rocks. That's perfect. Prospect is so 2003. So, or 2004. When did RS2? I don't even know if it was prior to 2004. But when I started playing, yeah, you prospect a rock literally once in Tutorial Island. I think you still have to do that. And then you'll just never do it again. So that's a great addition. I know for the purists out there, you're going to start whining and moaning. Yeah, anyway, so it's fine. We get rid of it. You know, we make the game a little bit better. In my opinion, it's better. Very subjective. All right, so unfortunately, I didn't get what I wanted. I'm pretty sure, unless it's down here further. But man, they really need to just update the respawn rates of most rocks, not just Motherlode Mine, but like all those higher level rocks, and just increase the success rate of them. That's fine though. I think it'll come. They're planning on making some of these polls every like 6 to 8 weeks, so still holding on to hope. I've gotten a few teasers from some JMods potentially that they might be doing that, so who knows. Giants Foundry Shop. All right, let's take those ores and smelt them into bars ready for use at the Giants Foundry, the new smithing skilling method introduced last year. We've seen a few unfortunate incidents happen since this content was released, as overeager players purchased items they already owned from the shop. Oof, that's a yikes. So to help with any future mistakes, we're offering the option to sell back the unique, untradeable items found at the Giants Foundry shop for 80% of the original sell price. Note that this will not apply to Kovac's grog, and why would you want to hand it back? He worked so hard making it for you. That's fun. Magpie Implings. Oh, what must it be like to be a skilling pure pacifist by nature? Unless you count the thousands of fish you've removed from the oceans or the hundreds of chinchampas you've imprisoned in the bank. Yeah, I don't think skillers have ever called themselves pacifists, but I could see a few of them maybe having like thought that internally and thinking they're like better than the rest of us. But there's one thing missing from the idyllic skiller life. Idyllic. What is that? How do you pronounce that? I don't know. I've seen this word before. I just can't remember. Okay. Rings of Recoil. While there have been multiple ways to obtain this item over the years, it's not currently possible for... Rendy is just having the time of his life reading this right now, or listening to this. Rendy, if you're in here, type a 1 down in the comments right now. And anybody else that wants to just freely type a 1, type a 1. Just got to keep reminding you guys to comment something. Comment! God damn it. It's not currently possible for skilling-only accounts to obtain 1 without trading. This means that the skillers of today and tomorrow have no way to obtain a previously acquirable item. It's true. We'd like to offer a new way to obtain Rings of Recoil from Magpie Implings. If you agree, we then need to determine whether Rings of Recoil will be a new drop on the loot table or whether it should replace the pineapple seed drop. Replace it, please. Nobody cares about pineapple seeds. I don't care. Maybe pineapple seeds do have a little bit of use, but not really. Extended super anti-fire potions. Okay, we're about halfway through this. This is impressive. I thought we were coming up to the end. Okay. On the back of Poll 77, we want to offer you another herblore alternative, this time regarding anti-fire potions. Let's keep these logs going, boys. Currently, you can go from the anti-fire potion to a super anti-fire potion to an extended anti-fire potion, but you can't go from an anti-fire potion to an extended anti-fire potion to an extended super anti-fire potion. Seems a little odd. It does. Thank God. I think they're going to fix it, hopefully. Let's see this next paragraph. So we'd like to make both routes available by allowing sufficiently skilled herblorists to add crushed superior dragon bones to extended anti-fire potion. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Thereby turning them into extended super anti-fire potions. I'm just going to briefly show this. How can I go to my bank real quick? By the way, look at that. The cannonballs are done. I've been doing a lot of work here. I'll explain it later in a different ramble probably. Where are my super my anti-fires? Look at that. 5,700 extended. Wait. These are the good ones that I can put in the new stuff, right? Oh, wait. I haven't been making mistakes because I'm just good at this game. I'm pretty sure these are the ones you put lava scales into, right? Wait. You can't go from an anti-fire to an extended Oh, never mind. So this can go. This used to not be able to go to the soup. Okay, whatever. These can now be turned into these, apparently. That's cool. I like that. Good job, Jagex. Okay, so this will net you the same amount of XP as the existing method and will support make-X and auto-repeat functionality like any other option. Very cool. Seeds for birdhouses. Fossil Island. We may not have decided what to do with those rare fossils, but this month we've been digging into birdhouses instead. Birdhouses aren't just a great way to train hunter, they're also good for getting rid of any unwanted seeds you have clogging up the bank. Since it's been a few years, we'd like to cautiously introduce some new food to the bird's diet and add allotments, bush, and flower patch seeds to the mix. That's awesome. You want to know why? Because I refuse to use the seed vault anymore. So I just got a bajillion seeds. And I know you guys all got a bajillion seeds in your seed vaults as well. But I got them all in my bank. So like, bro, if we could start using potato seeds. Yes. Yes. Please do this. This is awesome. Please do this. Yeah. This is great. I know it's busted, but it's great. I think this is awesome. Potato seeds can now be used because these are allotment seeds, right? I'm pretty sure. Wow. I like that. Whose idea was that? That's genius. Please vote yes on this, guys. It's 70%. We got it. Everything's going to pass. It's 70%. All of the newly introduced seeds will cost 1 seed per bird fed. Huh? Wait. What? So you only have to use 1 potato seed? Wait, 1 seed per bird fed. How many birds go in there? Just 1, right? I'm so confused. Is it just 1? Dude, if it's 1 potato. Okay, I don't know what it is. Drop a comment. I don't know what that means. Okay. POH treasure chests. Treasure chests in player-owned houses can already hold a good chunk of coinage to reward players for completing your in-house challenges. However, due to some shenanigans, these chests were nerfed to hold a maximum of 1,500 GP, far less than originally intended. Wait, what, Ken? Oh, in-house challenges. Oh, I don't even know that. Okay. That's really low. Jesus Christ. Okay, we feel that it's been 16 years since the nerf. You should have the opportunity to stick more gold in your treasure chests. Only up to it? Really? After 16 years, you're only bumping it up to 100K. Why not just bump it up to like 100 mil? I don't even know what this thing is. A challenge chests? I don't even know what that is. So whatever. I'll never use it. So maybe I'll use it. Who knows? I think that's, yeah, I have literally zero opinion on it. I'm trying to just like come up with an opinion, but I literally have zero opinion on it. So I'll probably skip the question. Let's take a break from skilling for a moment and check out a change from our most recent game jam. Theater of Blood entry mode improvements. Okay, are we going to be able to get scythes there, hopefully? No, let's see. With the recent release of Tombs of Amask and all the learnings that came with it, Mod Ed decided to apply them to Theater of Blood during our latest game jam. Before we jump into the improvements, we just want to clarify that the amount of development time required to implement this change is now absolutely 0. Jesus. Okay. Thanks to Mod Ed's hard work. Mod Ed is such a king. During the game jam, we don't have to spend any additional hours on this project outside of it. You guys better be paying Mod Ed a lot of money. I swear to God, if you ain't paying him for all his hard work, like, what are you doing? Pay your man. You better be paying your man. I'm going to find out if you guys are not. Pay Mod Ed. Come on, guys. Riot down in the comments. No, don't do that. All right. We're also aware that there are still plenty of improvements we could make to Tombs of Amask. Fear not, that's still on the docket, which is where you come in. You may remember that there's a survey linked at the bottom of this page, which will ask you to prioritize all the upcoming changes from this poll. At the same time, you'll get the chance to tell us which Tombs of Amask improvements you'd like to see most. Elite Baba, Puzzle Room. Is that one of the options? Hopefully it is. All right. While we wait for your response, and just delete Baba at this point too, just delete that whole Path of Atmakin, or all puzzles. Or I was a big proponent of having puzzles, or don't delete them, but I offered that suggestion in one of the Save casts. I know I just sound like a total clown right now. But it would have been cool from the get-go if the puzzles in Tombs of Amask or an invocation you could turn on. For like 100 invocation, turn on the puzzles, you know what I mean? So it's like a free 100, and then who knows, maybe then the cap would go up to like 700 or something. You know, whatever would balance it out. But that would have been a really cool thing. So those that just really don't want to touch puzzles could just have a lower invocation. Anyway, enough about that weird idea. Okay. Faux hit point scaling. In Theater of Blood entry mode, your fearsome foes' hit points increase by 100% for each additional player. This means the raid is actually easiest with one player, which doesn't reflect how things are once you move to to more advanced modes. TOA uses different hit point scaling. Oh god, my logs. Chop! Or cut. where the hit points increase by small amounts for each additional player. This keeps things more consistent. Along these lines, we want to change the scaling in TOB entry mode to 1 player unchanged, 90%, 80%, 70%, 60%. Great. That sounds awesome. I think that makes perfect sense. In fact, it would make more sense. Well, no, never mind. That's fine. With the above, 5 players will have a hit point increase of 300% rather than 400%, as the percentages stack for every additional player. 3 players that have a 170% increase, base plus 90 plus 80. Yeah, it all makes sense. Very cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense. I really hope they do something about the Nilo room. I doubt it, but let's see. Because Nilo's in entry mode is just so obnoxious. It's literally the exact same room, basically. It takes so long, where every other room is just a breeze. Number of attempts. In Theater of Blood entry mode, players are given 3 attempts at the raid. Each time the team wipes, an attempt is removed and the room they are in restarts. If all attempts are removed, you're booted from the raid and you'll need to restart from the beginning. By default, the Tombs of Mascot has unlimited attempts, allowing players to fail as many times as needed to complete the raid. Failing these attempts still punishes the player, as for each failure, less loot is given. We would like to update the Theater of Blood entry mode to also have the unlimited attempts. That's perfect. Do it. Supplies on wipe. In Theater of Blood entry mode, players are not given any supplies when the party wipes, meaning that even though they can make multiple attempts, the attempts get harder as the supplies are used. Yeah, they should definitely be given something. By default, Tombs of Mascot give supplies to everyone when the party wipes, when the number of supplies determined by what was used in the encounter. With this change, Theater of Blood entry mode will be updated to also give supplies when the party wipes. As with Tombs of Mascot, I'm just like reading. It's like I already get the point, but a lot of you hate it when I skip paragraphs, so I'm going to keep reading it, guys. I'm going to power through this. The quantity of supplies will be based on what players use in the encounter, but the system will ensure that everyone will get a minimum level of supplies. The supplies in question will be bandages found elsewhere in the raid. Okay, thank you. Got it. Failure costs. In Theater of Blood entry mode, players must pay 100,000 coins to reclaim their items that they failed, just like any other mode. Tombs of Mascot, however, doesn't charge for failed attempts, providing that unlimited attempts are enabled. We'd like to apply this rule to Theater of Blood entry mode. Please note that the other penalties for death, including loss of hardcore status, won't be changed. Okay, that's fair. Reward quantities. Theater of Blood entry mode gives no uniques and only gives 15% of the usual reward quantities. Even in entry mode, the Tombs of Mascot has a chance to give unique items and give significantly more regular loot. In a shocking twist, we actually don't plan to make uniques available in Theater of Blood entry mode. It's intended to be a practice mode, whereas Tombs of Mascot invocation system means that any raid level is still technically the raid. That said, we think it's fair to increase the amount of normal rewards from entry mode from 15% to 20% so that players are able to earn enough money to cover the supplies they used. 15% to 20%. God damn, does that really have to be polled? Just nobody would notice. Nobody. Literally 0 players in the entire game would notice that. All right, do it. Should buff this to like 50%. All right. Seriously, buff it to 50%. Nah, don't do that. It might be a little bit busted, especially when I'm thinking of like the Runite ore drops. All right. Jesus. First time user flow. Theater of Blood entry mode has no true first-time user flow. By default, the player is set to entry mode, but there's nothing beyond that. Tombs of Mascot prompts users to select their preferred mode the first time they enter to form a party, making it clear that there are distinct difficulty modes to pick from. The final change in this batch will update the Theater of Blood recruitment board to also have a basic prompt which appears on first use to ask players which mode they prefer. Okay, so this is just all for people that are very unfamiliar with TOB. Great additions. Cool. And as Osmumpton might say, that's a wrap. Did he say that? I don't think so. Don't forget to scroll down. That's something 9Rained would say, actually. Don't forget to scroll down to the bottom of the news post and leave your feedback on this and any Tombs of a Mascot improvements you'd like to see. Near miss questions, please. God, please make this fucking pass now. This is so stupid. These weird-ass PvP purists just refuse to have a fucking special orb that no talented PvPer would ever use in the first place because it's inefficient to use, and they're not allowing just a casual noob to walk out in the wilderness and use their goddamn orb. I'm already freaking out about this. It's so stupid. Okay, let's read the top first part. In our final set of questions, we'd like to present a few near misses from over the years. These are all the proposals that came within a hair's width of passing the poll, and now that the polling process has changed, we've seen loads of you asking for them to have a second chance. This is by no means all of the near miss questions we plan to reconsider, so keep your eyes peeled for more in future polls. Come on, guys, peel your eyes. No, don't do that. It'll really hurt. One of the questions you'll no doubt be missing regards Vesta's longsword. They are so obsessed with Vesta's longsword. It's already, wait, it's in the game. Oh God, it's already in the game. They really pushed that it's in the game. Jeez. When it was originally polled, it failed, and then failed again, and then failed again, and then failed again. But they kept re-polling it until it finally came into the game. Okay, I gotta calm down. By just 0.4%. So we definitely want to run that question again, but we think, Jesus, that's like the first thing ever. It's just like, they're just so attached to Vesta's longsword. It's in the game, but just for like Target World or something like that, I'm pretty sure. But we figured it would be more fitting to include it as part of the upcoming Return of Bounty Hunter. Okay, that makes sense. Thank God. Don't have to talk about that. In the meantime, here's what's on the ballot today. PvP Special Attack Orb. It's only fitting we start with one of the most recent PvP near misses. As a quick recap, we'd like to enable the Special Attack Orb wherever you choose to fight other players. In the wilderness, on PvP worlds, or inside PvP minigames like Last Man Standing. This method would still probably be slower than the classic route unless you're a tick-perfect OSU player, but will allow players to choose the attack method they find most comfortable. Thank you. Excuse me. We reckon most active PvPers will stick with the OG method, as muscle memory and fast reactions are key to their style of gameplay, but we reckon having the alternative option wouldn't hurt. Given that the original poll failed by only 0.4%, we think you all feel the same. Not all of us feel the same, but I'm definitely in that category of feeling the same. Come on, guys. Please. Come on. This is really stupid that this didn't pass in the first place. This is literally making it so the wilderness is just a private server area. You step out in the wilderness, you have no goddamn idea what just happened to your game. There's so many things that you can't do anymore. Can't even eat a goddamn angler to heal up post 99 HP if you just got hit by a monster like 8 seconds ago. It's like, what is going on in this place? It's strange. Please, make it a little bit more streamlined, please. Standardized. Streamlined, standard, same thing, kind of. Prayer filtering. From PvP to PvE, we'd like to repoll one of the most hotly requested near misses. Reordering your prayer tab. Boys and girl, it is time. We need to be able to reorder our prayers. In fact, we should honestly be able to reorder our spells. It's really silly because they have like this enable spell filtering. So if I'm doing some like skilling activity where I just want like the spell to be right here, I have to do like this bunch of filters and add extra runes to my rune pouch just to like maneuver some of the spells. Can we just move stuff around? Like, come on. Just let us move stuff. This is stupid. So stupid. Let us move our spells and let us move our prayers. Please. All right, let's look at this. Let me continue reading this before I have an aneurysm. All right. So it was 72.6%. That was pretty close. Damn, I didn't realize that. This change would allow you to reorder your prayer tabs if the prayers you use most often are in prime position. The reason this is so... listen, I did 2 LMS games yesterday. 2. And I quit after the second one because I got put in a max... Or what was it called? Zerk med... Whatever it was. The Zerk mode. And it was the first time ever even playing LMS since they introduced Pure and Zerk mode. And holy fuck, it's like when you're so used to clicking Piety, Rigor, and Augury, and then you have to start using like Ultimate Strength and Incredible Reflexes and Steel Skin and like all this budget stuff, like what is going on? It is so bad. So at least if you could reorder these, that would make LMS, viable. It would be nice. I probably wouldn't touch any of these reordered prayers at this point because I'm just have way too much muscle memory toward all of them. But it would still be cool. Actually, I'd probably change a few of them. Maybe like I don't know. We'll see. But it would just be a cool functionality to have, in my personal opinion. All right. This change would allow you to reorder your prayer tabs so that the prayers you use most often are in prime position. You'll also be able to filter by prayer tier. Tier 1 being things like Thick Skin, and Tier 4 being things like Piety, Healing Prayers, and Locked Prayers you don't yet have the requirements for. Please note that this change would not alter the size of prayer icons. We're still, come on, guys. Come on, guys. It's 2020. It's 2023. We're still gonna get really butthurt over the size of the icons. Like, dear God. I understand Jagex has to do that because there's like 10 PvPers that just yell at the top of their lungs on Twitter saying that their achievements in this point-and-click game will be devalued. Not their achievements, but their precision. Their mouse. Not even their achievements. Their fucking mouse precision will be devalued if Ice Barrage becomes a 4 times larger thing. It makes it so that you don't miss clicks. Like, dude! You wonder why nobody can get into PvP. It's because these fucking 10 elitists on Twitter just keep, like, gatekeeping everything. If they're good at it, nobody else can click Barrage faster than them. Okay, guys? We can't do that. And in fact, we're going to be so firm with our stance that the entire rest of the fucking game's going to suffer because of it. You know? Like, dear God. Listen, in 2 years from now, we're finally going to come to the conclusion. I'm calling this right now. 2025. We're finally going to be like, hey, guys, remember when we were so adamant about, like, not extending the pixel radius of these spell icons? Well, guess what, guys? We're finally going to do it, but we're only going to increase it by 10%. And then by, like, 2027, they're finally just going to be like, fuck it, this game's dying. Let's just increase it. And then all of a sudden, the game's going to start thriving because they're not being gate kept by 10 Twitter elitist PvPers. Anyway, I know that was really extreme, but come on, man. It's goddamn RuneScape at this point. Am I making sense? Like, I feel like maybe there's people down in the comments that are just going to start having, like, a freak out over what I'm saying, but seriously, it is so stupid to, like, gatekeep rearranging prayers and increasing size of stuff. I don't know. It's just stupid. Really, really stupid. All right. Anyway, that's my opinion on it. Who knows? Maybe somebody's other opinion is that it's not stupid. I'd be surprised, though. Jesus, I'm having like an aneurysm over and over on this ramble. Okay. Okay. We think this change will be a much-needed quality of life update. Yes. And if you feel the same, now's your chance to make it happen. Oh my God, spell icon size. I should have just fucking held my tongue for like 2 seconds. On that topic, let's talk spell icons. You could already filter these, but it doesn't help a whole lot with the icons themselves are still ant-sized. Breath of fresh air. Okay, let's read this before I make any, like, 3-minute rants on it. Okay. On the mobile client, spell icons already changed in line with the filtering. So for consistency, we want to make that happen on desktop clients too. The filtering system itself isn't changing and will still support everything that is currently available. That said, we'd like to continue to exclude PvP. Jesus Christ. Okay, whatever. That's fine. You know, just keep the wilderness and PvP areas really private servery. Perfect. Wait, what? We'd like to continue to exclude PvP worlds and PvP areas from this change to prevent issues with spell swapping? What does that mean? What's spell swap? I don't know. Somebody let me know down in the comments. I do read every comment, by the way. And if it's a toxic comment, I hide you permanently from future comments. So don't be too terribly toxic. I could take a little bit, but, you know. So there's probably like 100 of you that are still commenting on every single ramble and making some snarky, like, little reply. And nobody can see it except for you. Nobody can see it. Remove Hacius Cosantius. His name is it's a play on words for Hatus Casuanus, but it's just like it's a stretch. Jesus, is that blood coming from his neck? What? Why? Okay, guys. He has literally done nothing wrong except for flex on you hoes. That's all he's done. He just flexed. And you guys want to take his head and his top hat? Jesus Christ. All right, let's read this. Back in 2019, this garish little gremlin of a... Okay, guys, I like Hacius Cosantius because you know why? Because everyone else hated him. So I had to like balance out the hate that he got with giving him a little bit of love, you know? He's just flexing on you hoes. Was spared the chopping block by a mere 1.6% of the vote. He may have thought his worries were over, but we've decided otherwise. But hang on, you may say, Mr. Cassantis, I don't know what I'm trying to say, provides a valuable service to adventurers everywhere with his beloved achievement diary. Who will take on that role if he were to disappear? Well, we've already got a couple of applicants lined up who've been familiar faces around Lumbridge since the early days. Donnie and G. Who? Who? These fine folk are upstanding citizens of Mistlin. No, they're not. No, they're not. I've never heard of them. And they already helped new adventurers along their... They've never helped anybody. So they're well-placed to introduce the achievement diary system. Nope. Whoever does succeed, the unlikable, monocle-wearing, beep, oh god, would replace Hades in his original location. I'm just like repronouncing his name in a different way every time. Okay, I gotta calm down. Like, do we really have a problem with this? Fine, go for it. I don't really care. In fact, I can't even remember the last time I even noticed that dude. Is he still in the same... Didn't the Lumbridge tutor replace him? Where is this dude at? Whatever. I thought he already was deleted. Abyssal Dagger spec cost. On to our last near miss for Pole 78. The Abyssal Dagger is the most powerful weapon, of its kind, currently in the game. But its special attack leaves much to be desired. We'd like to improve it somewhat by reducing the special attack cost from 50 to 25%, giving you a lot more bang for your buck. It's worth pointing out this question that this question only failed by 0.3% last time it was pulled. Yes, this needs to happen. Also, why is there a random, reduce the accuracy of it? Pretty sure that's the case. When you spec with the Abyssal Dagger, it, has reduced... The reduced damage makes a little bit of sense, but, the reduced accuracy? Pretty sure. Maybe I'm just making up stuff. I'm pretty sure it has reduced accuracy, too, but... that's stupid. It's a special attack. Okay, Belladonna buffs. Before we move on to the 3 further unpulled changes, we want to discuss them on here. Now that Poison Dynamite is out there in the world, we've found that actually creating them is actually a bit of a pain point. As the main ingredient used is Cave Nightshade, we'd like to make sure you've got the means to gather more so you can get back to kicking ass quicker. Jesus. Really? What about the... What about the people that don't want to see the A word in their posts? Come on, guys! This is just... Gosh. To that end, we're increasing the yield of Belladonna crops. Currently, you're guaranteed 3 to 11 Cave Nightshades at level 90 farming per harvest. We're increasing this to 6 Nightshades at level 33 farming, scaling up as followed. Okay, I like that. So, potentially up to 18. Again, I'll never farm one of these, ever, probably, but... Is that an exclamation point? Okay. Note that the actual XP gain per harvest will not be changing. Why? Just make it change. Is that really a big deal? Ugh. Now, as this will increase the amount of inventory space needed to farm this stuff, you're going to run out of slots very quickly. So here's the secret bonus poll question. Should we make Cave Nightshades into a stackable and tradable item? Yes. Weirdly, this will not affect the Cave Nightshades gathered at the Scabbard Caves, as that's a different version of the crop. Also, should this question pass, you'll only be able to poison your dynamite using a full set of one kind of Cave Nightshade. So you can't use 2 farmed and 1 gathered Nightshade to craft. Okay, that's fine. I think that's cool. Unpulled changes. Oh god. Oh god. Strength XP and Piro. Sticking with the theme of near misses, one we came up with earlier discussed letting players opt out of receiving Strength XP from pushing through the walls of the magical wheat maze in Piro. Although the original design failed the polls, we thought it was pretty important, so we've changed how it works slightly. Instead of opting out of gaining Strength XP, you'll instead have to opt in via the Elnock Inquisitor. This means that nobody will accidentally and unexpectedly be gaining Strength XP, but everyone who wants to push that wheat extra hard can do so with impunity. The speed you push through the wheat will stay the same as always. What? Why? Okay, listen, guys. I have been making plenty of rambles over the years, plenty of Sebe-casts over the years, and one of the recurring themes that I come up with in regards to Piro is delete the goddamn hay. Just delete it, or the, what's it called? Magical wheat. Delete it. I'm not saying for everybody, but if you've achieved Lumbridge Draenor Diary Elite, we should have that. Those players should have their own section of Puro Puro that has no wheat. Pushing through wheat is the stupidest thing ever. It's so stupid. So stupid. And that needs to be changed. But of course, we couldn't just give it to all the bots and all the noobs. We got to gatekeep it to the diary or something like that. Come on, guys. Does anyone agree with me there? Like, imagine how much more fun you'd have freely roaming around the big square of Puro Puro in your own area where there's only people that play the game that are not bots and not gold farmers, and you're just going to run around and collect your things, and you don't have this stupid impling that flies across 3 different magical wheats, and you're there like... Now you can move. Like, what the fuck? That's not fun. It's not fun. Especially like the 2-tick interval where you're just sitting there after having passed through the wheat and none of your mouse clicks are registering. You're just sitting there like, all right, that hurt. All right, moving on. Let's go 1 tile to the next magical wheat. Like, dude. It's reminding me of the fucking sulfur mine in Zaya. It's so stupid. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. Change it now. Change it. Okay, I'm seriously, it is so irritating. It's irritating. Nobody likes it. Nobody. All right. Anyway, I have to get that point across because I've been mentioning it for so long and nobody seems to... Does anyone actually like pushing through wheat? If you like pushing through wheat, type a 9 down in the comments. That's a number we'll never use again. So if you type a 9 and you actually like pushing through wheat, do it. And if you just want to type a different number, but you don't actually agree with that sentiment, type an 8 down there. So you just want to type a different number, but you actually think pushing through magical wheat is still stupid. All right. I need help. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm irritated. Catalytic tiaras. Since the launch of Guardians of the Rift, players have been able to use the catalytic talisman obtained as a reward to skip the final section of Morning's End Part 2, wherein Thorgal sends you to a scavenger hunt for random bits and bobs. Although this was definitely not intended, we have left it unchanged for the last 9 months. So instead of suddenly reverting the change, we're leaving it in and giving you a bit more flexibility. As it works in the same way, going forward, we'd like players to also be able to use the catalytic tiara to access the altar during the quest. So you can bring some fashion escape to the heart of West Ardoin. Okay, cool. Pyramid plunder. Enjoying plundering the pyramid? Not really. No, I'll be honest, not really. But hate those pesky swarms that stop you from looting the sarcophagus. Nobody loots the sarcophagus. Nobody does. You want to know why? Because the fail rate is unbelievably high. Unbelievably high. Although this has been how it's worked since the game was first introduced. Oh, God forbid, don't change it. Don't change it. It was there from the introduction. No, change it. We feel that I need help. I literally need to calm down. Okay, we feel that the behavior isn't consistent with how you loot the urns. So instead of keeping it something annoying and inconsistent, no way, are they actually going to do something about that? The swarms will no longer prevent you from opening the sarcophagus if you're being attacked by them. So now you're going to be attacked by them, but now you can push open the sarcophagus and have a mummy spawn 90% of the time. Great. And it takes like 7 seconds just for you to open the sarcophagus, just for you, the XP drop to open the sarcophagus, and then an additional like 6 ticks just for your guy to finally push open the full thing, just so that you didn't get a chance at the Pharaoh Scepter. Great. Instead, they will pause their attack for up to 20 ticks as long as you're on the same tile you were on when you interacted with the sarcophagus. However, if you move away from the tile, spend too long trying to open the sarcophagus, or succeed in opening it, that will not happen. The swarm will resume their attack. Unfortunately, this change does not mean you will stop trying to open the sarcophagus, but simply click it again and you should keep going. Hopefully this change makes your trips inside the pyramid that little bit better. Doubt it, but potentially. Also, can we get clue scrolls from Pyramid Plunder? Sorry, they're talking about it. Gotta mention it. Where are the clue scrolls from Pyramid Plunder? And where are the clue scrolls from Herbivore? Those are like the 2 most genius places to introduce clue scrolls, and you just don't. All right. Have your say, Poll 78 survey. At last, the survey we promised at the top of the post is here. Your tireless scrolling is rewarded with the opportunity to tell us which of these changes we should prioritize. This will directly shape our release schedule for this poll, although bear in mind that quick win changes will probably be completed faster regardless, simply because they take less time. You also get the chance to tell us about any future Tombs of Amask improvements you'd like to see and prioritize them accordingly. Click the button below to get started. All right, we did it, boys. We passed the full... That was a beast. That was a beast of a blog. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Poll 78 little ramble. Let me know if I can improve on anything. I know I just go on and do some crazy ramble. Some of you like it. Some of you inevitably probably don't like it. But, you know, I am trying to improve my content this year. So if you guys have anything, you know, nice feedback to give, it can be negative, but, you know, be warranted, I guess. You know, things that I can do to improve my rambles. And of course, I like the just on the spot ramble. So if you guys aren't into that and you guys like make it edited, do all these sound effects and do all these explosions, I'm probably not going to do that. But if there's anything else you guys would like, let me know down in the comments. Also, you guys are awesome. If you guys are working on anything cool in game, you can let me know down in the comments as well. I want you guys to just interact down in the comments. That's pretty much what I'm begging you guys to do. Also, drop a like on the video if you forgot to in the beginning, and be sure to subscribe. I love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Also, Eevescape's going to be on the Sebe cast. We're going to be recording in the next couple hours, and that'll be uploaded tomorrow. So look forward to that. That's his second appearance. If you guys haven't watched the first Eevescape Sebe cast, it was phenomenal. It was literally the funniest thing ever. So you guys should go watch that and then watch part 2. Anyway, that's it from me. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Peace out.